What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full lowering stats moves team. Right, this was a pretty cool theme and we're doing more of these move kind of teams, which is pretty fun. Now, this was meant to be put up yesterday but didn't quite get enough time, so here we are today. Leave those theme teams in the comment section below. Go guys, do it. If you enjoy these theme teams, give that like button some love. Alright, so this team basically moves like superpower, drop your stats. Obviously, I couldn't use like contrary or something like that because that would obviously, increase my stats. So I had to use moves that lowered my stats. However, I did have a couple of ways around that. Alright, got a couple of battles tonight, so it should be pretty interesting. And got some funny bloopers too, you should definitely stick around for that. Alright, as usual guys, you can battle me in my chat. That is in the description of the video. Alright, so we have a double Smeagol lead here. I'm going to put the opposing Smeagol to sleep with Spore. Now, this was a Spore Belly Drum Smeagol here. Now, I had on this Conversion as well. And I also had Dragon Ascent on this. So I can make myself into the flying type with Conversion and then start spamming Dragon Ascent, which looks very, very funny. Okay, so going for the Dragon Ascent now, which, as I said, looks really, really funny. And that's going to take the Smeagol out in one shot. Didn't have, like, Sash or anything. I'm not sure what set that could have been because, Smeagol can be basically anything. Alright, this was pretty funny. So we have Caracosta coming out here. I just went for Spore again, considering, well, the first Pokemon's down, so I might as well go for another Spore. Because I already know Dragon Ascent is going to be not very effective, since it could be anywhere between a 4 to 5 hit KO, even if it wasn't, like, bulky. Smeagol's attack isn't the greatest in the world, even at +6, and I'm not getting any Technician boost or anything like that either. Alright. So this is pretty funny. Caracosta wakes up, turn 1, goes for the Focus Miss. It's a special set, and considering now that I'm flying type, it actually was not very effective, and I just hang on, which was hilarious. Like, that was so ironic there. Okay, so putting the Caracosta back to sleep because we want to try and do some damage here. Excuse me. Okay, so we got the Dragon Ascent here going. Just won't actually see how much it did there. Since it was my only attacking move and I was at +6, there was no point in me swapping. Okay, so it does a fairly decent amount of damage considering it's not very effective. It wakes up again, and the Focus Miss misses. So that's pretty funny. Going for the Spore for the third time I Caracosta him, like, watch it wake up the first turn 1 again. Okay, so it's going to be sleeping here, which was good. Now, as I said, just keep going for the Dragon Ascent here. The good thing about Dragon Ascent here onto the Smeagol was I'm not, like, dropping my attack or anything. I'm just dropping my defenses and stuff. And Smeagol's defense and special defense are already garbage anyway, so it doesn't matter. I've got absolutely nothing to lose. Alright, so Caracosta stays asleep like a good little turtle. Now, going for the Dragon Ascent here again. I knew that I wouldn't be able to kill it. I needed like a crit or something, so it just misses. And obviously I get another, I think that's like -3 or 4 in defense now. So the Caracosta stays asleep there, and I was very, very lucky there, and that's going to take out the Caracosta. So, what a magical start there, taking out the opposing Smeagol and a Caracosta, and all those first turn wake-ups, and the Conversion, and then the miss afterwards. That would just save my ass. Okay, so we have the Glameow coming out. Nice to see Glameow. So it's going to go for the Fake Out there. Obviously, I knew Fake Out was coming, but there's no point in me swapping out because I can't use Belly Drum again, and Dragon Ascent's going to hit like, like a wet paper bag. Even at +6 it does sometimes. Anyway, so bringing in Vibrava. Now, this was a Focus Energy set. So to get around stat drops, I thought I could use Focus Energy, and then I can keep hitting at, full just crits and everything. Speaking of crits, I get outsped and critted by Glameow with Last Resort. So Vibrava goes down there, but he does come back in the next battle. Alright, so we have Liepard here. Now, Liepard didn't have any moves, but I used it as an assist set there. So I could use, all the stat lowering moves. However, sometimes I did get other moves, which made things rather interesting. Also, fun little fact I will show you in this battle. This is quite, some of you may not know this. Obviously, with the use of Prankster now, and considering a Dark type has come in, even if I was able to get a move, say, Close Combat, which I do in this battle, it actually doesn't affect the Cacturn. So I'm not sure if you knew that, but even with Assist, with the new Prankster, Prankster changes, it doesn't affect Cacturn, so that really, really sucked. But there wasn't much I could do. It was already at 1 health, and it was, I didn't really want to swap anything into it. Okay, so we have Monferno here. This is a Focus Energy set too, but it's a mixed sweeper. So I've got Overheat on this, I've got Close Combat, Focus Energy, and I've also got Assist on this too. Okay, to assist me. Right, so we're bringing out the Mascaron here with Unnerve instead of Intimidate. Not that it mattered too much there. So going to swap out here. Not really liking that matchup. Bring in a Alolan Executor. Now, this was a pretty fun set. I got Trick Room on this there. Got a couple of... got a couple of good ideas in this one, but I went with the Trick Room, the Leaf Storm, and the Draco Meteor, and Power Swap. So what Power Swap does is, say I set up the Trick Room right, I use the Draco, I drop the Draco, I get the -2 in special attack, then I'm like, I don't want this, I don't want these stat changes anymore, so you just flick them off to someone else, give them a Power Swap, and then you get their stat changes, which is nothing. So then you go back to hitting at full power. So that's the idea of that set. Also helps out, the Trick Room helps out Crabominal, which hits like a truck in Trick Room, a very nice Trick Room Pokemon there, and Mascaron gets completely demolished there, can't really do too much. I thought it may have a flying move, but however, I was a bulky set, and I did have Assault Vest too, so I thought there was a chance that I could live that. Anyway, so we have the Ariados using the Focus Energy here. It's going to be a Sniper crit set. So going for the Ice Hammer again there on Big Crab, and it actually tanks it quite well. Surprised. I didn't think it would actually tank it. Must be like a very bulky set. Anyway, so it's going to have the Quick Claw and the Cross Poison there. I'd say it's like max health and max attack. It's going to crit me, however, with the bulk that I already have, I actually live that one really badly and take out that with the Ice Hammer. So the last Pokemon is the Mighty Glameow, which I already know is going to have Fake Out, so there's no point me swapping. I don't want to go into my Crabominal anyway. Sorry, my Monferno. I'll just leave my Crab in there, and he's going to go down to that one. The last Pokemon is my Monferno. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm just going to go for a Mach Punch. I'm like, oh, I don't have Mach Punch. I've only got Overheat or Close Combat. So unfortunately, it outspeeds me. MLG Glameow takes me out there, and a wonderful battle and some really cool Pokemon used on both sides. I really enjoyed that one. I was so ready to use Mach Punch then, but that's half the challenge. All right, we've got a second battle here now. Same team, and this was quite a long battle compared to the other one. That one was about 17 turns. This was about 40-ish turns, or close to 40. Anyway, so we have a female Meowstic lead, and Mawile is going to swap in here. Now, as I said, this was the Nasty Plot. This had Taunt on it. It had Nasty Plot, Assist, and it had also had Copycat, so then I could copycat the move. So I had on this, I had max speed and I had max attack with Nasty Plot. Therefore, I could use physical moves and special move with Assist. Obviously, I got trolled so hard on some of the matchups. I think I kept getting Draco Meteor on this. Actually, this is funny. I actually got the Conversion here, which is going to conversion me into a normal type. So the Play Rough isn't going to be super effective. Not that it really matters too much because it's Liepard and its defenses are like trash anyway. Alright, so the Taunt wears off. I just did that so in case it didn't set up like Sub or like Sword Dance or something like that. Alright, so I get Belly Drum, which is going to help me out so much. However, the Sucker Punch is not going to kill me, which is funny. So, going for the Assist here, hoping I can get a cool move, and I get Draco Meteor, so that's really, really handy. And the Moa is going to take me out there. So, best start 2017 there, and this Liepard set didn't work very often, but it had some really cool moments there. Anyway, so swapping in Monferno here. I need to get my focus energy up there. I knew that it would go for Play Rough, but I was confident that I could tank at least one. Okay, so the Play Rough is going to hit me reasonably hard there, doing about 3/4 of my health. Now, I knew the Sucker Punch was coming. That was really, really obvious. So here I went for the Assist there, hoping I could assist a cool move and do some damage to it. However, I get Belly Drum, so I'm like, oh... That would have been funny if I had half health. Anyway, so going for the Overheat here because I knew the Play Rough was coming. So go for that, and obviously it's 100% crit now because I'm holding the Scope Lens, and that's the Mawile down. So that's good getting rid of that. Now we have the female Meowstic here. Didn't really want to swap into anything, so I just let it die. And it's going to use Confusion here. Not that it really mattered. I think... I think the weakest Psyche attack would have taken me out there. So that's my Monferno down. Now, bringing in Executor, which I could have brought in before, but I didn't want to. I just wanted a fresh swapping for it. Okay, now Meowstic is going to swap out, and we have the Ariados here coming in. So many people at first have this name of that Pokemon. It's like 10 or 20 people at first. It must be like a inside joke or something. Anyways, or someone's just like been breeding those spiders up like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we have an Infestation Sticky Web set, which, I kind of saw Sticky Web coming. That wasn't too hard to figure out. Now I'm going to be trapped in here by that. So this had, I'm pretty sure this had the Toxic Thread as well. Unfortunately, my first move actually missed there, which sucks. So the Draco Meteor is going to hit this time, and it's going to take it obviously all the way down to its stash. That's fine. Now, I was thinking I could just take this out the next turn, or I could just get my special attack back, which might be better than being at such a low special attack when the next Pokemon comes in, so I could go for the Power Swap there too. Sorry, it used Toxic Thread. So Toxic Thread lowers your speed and poisons you there. So it's sort of kind of like a poor man's Sticky Web, I guess, there. And it still feels the Sticky Web and Toxic Spikes are, are better in general because it hits like everyone, just not one Pokemon. But it is rather good if you can trap them. All right, so I'm going to eat my Citrus Berry there in the clouds, which is cool. This was actually a really fun set. So swapping over the stat changes there. Now it's going to use Sticky Web. So it's got Toxic Thread and Sticky Web Infestation as well. Okay, so take a little bit of damage there from Infestation and obviously the Toxic Thread at the same time there. So now I can go for Leaf Storm or Draco Meteor. I'm just going to eat another berry in the clouds there. I wasn't too fussed about this because I knew that I could win this matchup pretty easily there, and maybe bring Executor in at the end. Executor is really, really good. It also set up, as I said before, also sets up my Crab Omidal there, because that thing hits really, really, like, super duper hard. Close combats are really hard, and the Ice Hammer hits really, really hard there too. Okay, so that thing's finally down, which is good. Okay, so a little bit more toxic damage there, but and the Trick Room actually runs out too. So the Sceptile's going to come out here. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure what it was going to do, but I didn't really like this matchup too much. But I stayed in anyway because I had Draco Meteor. I thought I could at least power swap the thing off, and that would be pretty good if it was a special set. However, it's going to use a track there, and I'm going to get immobilized there, and I'm not going to be able to move. However, I'm just going to harvest another berry, which is fine there. The whole point of this set is the harvest. You can harvest the berry, while you're getting the power swap off, and then you can fire it off. Probably the only weakness to this set is if you're in a long 1v1, you're just going to keep copying the stat changes. So once you've flicked them the -2, you can't really power swap it because then you're just going to get a crappy, drop back there. So you really have to finish them in one shot after the initial one. Okay, so we have a special set there. It's got sub, and it's going to be kind of annoying here. So I've got Ice Hammer on this, as I said. I'm just going to try and break the sub there. I've got Assault Vest on this too, so I was really a little bit worried about like Focus Blast. Apart from that, I wasn't really worried. So I've got a Speed Drop there, which is totally fine there. Sceptile's going to go for a Giga Drain again, but it doesn't really matter because Ice Hammer is always going to be a one-shot from full health, no matter like what EVs this thing runs. And that's going to definitely go down. I love the animation of Ice Hammer too there. Okay, so Sceptile's down, which is good. Okay, now we have the Regigigas here. So I've got close combat on this thing, and I knew this would hit like super duper hard. Now, Regigigas is going to go for the Zen Headbutt here. So I was like, okay, I should be able to lift that one there. It's got slow startup. I do tank it, however, I do get flinched there, and there goes the close combat kill, which sucks there. And the Drain Punch is going to be enough to finish me off. So that one, that really sucked there, so I missed the kill on the Regigigas. But that's all good. I did have something else to swap in against this thing. So I thought, well, this would be an opportune time to send in my Smeagol here. And also, I've got Conversion, so if the Regigigas does wake up and go for the Drain Punch, it's not going to be very effective. And with the slow start, it's not going to be doing too much. That was my thought process there anyway. So putting the Regigigas to sleep here, which is my whole plan. Now, here I could go for the Belly Drum, or I can just go for Conversion. Decided to get the Belly Drum off first because that was the most important thing there, getting the +6 in attack. Okay, so eating my Citrus Berry. Now, you could almost say Citrus Berry may not be the best item. I could run like Wiggy Berry, but I found Citrus was the most effective because as soon as I use that Belly Drum, boom, I've got the berry recovery straight away. So even if you're versing like a support Pokemon that doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage even to Smeagol, you can Belly Drum up, get your health back straight away instead of waiting to, a quarter health there, a save if you've got Gluttony or something, to get all your health back. That's just how I run it anyway, on the Belly Drum set. Okay, so going for Dragon, as said, does a crap load of damage there, and I get some defense and special defense drops. However, the Regigigas is going to go for the Rock Slide this time, and that's going to take me out. So I was pretty happy with that, and that's Smeagol down there. So, got 2 more Pokemon here left, and I've got 3 to take out. So, bring in Vibrava here. Now, this was the Focus Energy set. This had Draco Meteor. This had Super Power as well as just some attack well, the attack and the special set all in one. Okay, so taking Regigigas out, which was nice there. I'm trying to remember if I actually had another attack on this thing. I don't think I did. The whole point with this is I can only have attacking moves that, that drop my stats. So not all the Pokemon had, multiples of that. Some of them only had one, which made things hard too. Okay, so Meowstic is going to go for a Z move here. Excuse me. And man, that's some tasty. What's this spring water thing? It tastes really good. Anyway, so it's going to go for the never-ending nightmare there. Pretty cool animation there. And it's going to take me down to 2 health. I don't even know how I'll live that one. I'm able to get the Draco Meteor off there. It's not going to be very powerful. I was actually banking on a crit there from the scope lens, which didn't happen. But that's cool. I did a little bit of damage there. Tongue twister there. And it's going to take me out with the energy ball. So the last Pokemon is my Executor. Now, even though I was poisoned, I was like, well, I can actually get the power swap on this thing, and it's at least going to cause a swap there, and that's going to be my best thing I could possibly do. If I can get the Trick Room up too, I'm going to be going first, and I'm also going to be getting that healing from the Harvest on my Citrus Berry. Okay, so Lopunny's going to come into that one. It's going to swap straight in there. I'm going to go for the Trick Room, which is nice. Now I can outspeed everything. Wasn't sure what set this was going to be. I mean, it could have Fake Out and then swap out and then Fake Out again. I wasn't sure if it was a physical or it could be a special set. Anyway, so dropping the Draco there. I was hoping this thing didn't, wasn't like a bulky set or anything. So Draco hits and it lives on 1 health. Like, what the? Why does this? Like, seriously. Out of all my videos, like at least 1 out of 2 videos, I always say, but it lives on 1 health. Like, it always happens. Like, seriously. Anyway, so the Lopunny's going to go for the Shadow Ball there. It's a special set. Executor is going to eat that up like the berry just did. And I've got the toxic damage there, but that's all good. It's not doing a hell of a lot. So I'm going to harvest my Citrus Berry right away there. Now, here I was thinking, well, let's go for the Leaf Storm, because now in the 1v1 duel after this, I can give that Meowstic a -4 in special attack, and it's going to be hitting like a wet paper bag against me. Then I can fire off, really a big, powerful Draco Meteor at, with no stat drops or anything. So now, the EVs I was running on this. Now, this was a max health Alolan Executor, and I gave it Quiet Nature, obviously 0 in speed there as well. And so I can outspeed stuff with the Trick Room. Okay, so I do the power swap there. I've now got my stat changes back to normal, so I don't have the -4. The Meowstic now has it, which, as you can see, it does absolutely donkeys. So I'm going to heal myself up there with my berry. And next turn or whenever it activates, going for the Draco Meteor, and that's going to be enough to take out the Meowstic female. It already took prior damage there before, and that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's pretty fun. Peace out.